Okay, hi.
Hello, welcome back.
Yes, this is our Capricorn moon video.
Yes, first things first, we gotta shout out our favorite Capricorn moon right here.
Shaina. Still on that.
They're not as accepting
No,
as
it's
the Aquarius
true.
moons.
Yeah, I'm a Capricorn moon. And who else do we know that's a Capricorn moon?
Capricorn moon. Yvonne. He's definitely not gonna watch this,
No.
but you're a Capricorn moon.
This new kid at work named Zach. Doesn't lead towards acting. My mother is a Capricorn moon. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, tons of people in my dad's side of the family are Capricorn moon.
Lots of comedians. Sarah Silverman is.
Louis C.K. I think.
Yeah, Louis C.K. is. He's a Virgo with a Capricorn moon. That girl that I forget her name of, she's also Virgo with a Capricorn moon. We watched it with Bella, her set. Do you remember? And you guys were like, oh, we actually liked all
Oh, Jen Kirkman.
Yeah, thank you for remembering her name. Honestly, like a lot of stand-up comedians are. So I'm gonna start it out because this is my moon sign, so I know it best, supposedly. Joe Garcia is a Capricorn. Yes. Okay. I love fellow Capricorn moons, not because I think it's like the best moon sign, but just because it's mine, so I get along with them best. Okay, so basically Capricorn moon, moon is your emotions, and then Capricorn is the emotionless sign. So having them together, they obviously don't want to be together. It's considered its detriment, not its fall, it's detriment.
Oh, okay.
Because fall is Scorpio moon.
Oh, yeah.
But it's considered in its detriment, which means it's not healthy, it's not happy, it doesn't want to be there, because, like I said, it's very emotionless, and I find with Capricorn moons, and sometimes when I'll tell a Capricorn moon that they're emotionless, they'll be like, oh, but it's in a sense of, like, it's not that we don't have them, it's that we won't express them. Like, you'll bottle your emotions up for a really long period of time, and you'll just let them layer kind of on top of things without ever expressing anything, and then something will happen and you're probably just gonna like pop and burst and explode in this like mental breakdown. But normally like Capricorn moons are very secretive about their emotions, and so you probably are not the person to have a freak out, you know, in public. It's probably gonna be timed and alone, and like not always, but a lot of times it'll happen alone, because that's the only time that you're gonna feel like safe expressing your emotions. And that's not always, but that's just, I find, most of the time, or when it's convenient, if you can hold it in for that long. Definitely very like business, power, money oriented. You want to be a leader, and that's just kind of like the general Capricorn gist. Capricorn, also the big thing about Capricorn is it's like the goat on the side of the mountain, hanging on, about to fall off.
But climbing up there.
Yes, things are getting thrown at you,
but you're gonna make it to the top. But
you're still going. Yeah, and that's how you're going to go through life, is that, yeah, I have to repeat myself so much and I hate it.
So you're gonna have like some emotional obstacles thrown your way. Another thing, someone I forgot to mention, Joey from high school has a Capricorn moon. No way he's gonna see this, but I definitely see his Capricorn moon in the way that his mom raised him, because I knew him for like 12 years, and there's sometimes your mom can be emotionally restrictive. Maybe not let you show off your emotions. Maybe just be strict in general.
Yeah, my mom was definitely there for me in every way, but my family was not there for me emotionally. But they were super supportive of me in everything, especially in my career. Super supportive, super, like the most supportive parents you could have in like your career or your work or whatever. But I never felt, not that they did anything wrong, but I just never felt comfortable coming to them for like deep emotional, kind of personal, private things. Like I'd be open about like telling them about my day and blah, 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 but I wouldn't be like, I'm sad because this happened to me. I would never do that. Like I just wouldn't feel comfortable, because they didn't really, my mom wouldn't really do that with me. Like we would know everything about each other, but we wouldn't know our emotional life, you know what I mean? Especially because my mom still does have a Capricorn moon. And I mean, I guess I'll just share this. One of the most like times that when I found out I had a Capricorn moon and that my mom had one too, that was like sticks out in my mind is that like I was having like a mental breakdown and my mom was there and she was like trying to get me like back to like being able to be normal, because like I will freak out like if it gets really bad, like I will like not be able to form words and I'll just be like hysterical. And she was like, after she kind of got me calmed down, she was like, I understand. Like what helped me a lot was that she was like, I just went through this, like I just had a breakdown like yesterday exactly like this. And so she like understood how to treat it, and that was just such like a Capricorn moon moment that we're both like bonding over these like mental breakdowns because we never share our emotions. And like I had no idea that my mom was like had any emotional turmoil in her life, you know what I'm saying, because she hid it. But yeah, it also, because you're so unemotional in a lot of ways, you're really funny, because you find the humor in everything, and everything is pretty much, not, I shouldn't say everything, but most things, with restriction of a few, at least for me, are up for jokes and like no boundaries, and you're just really dry, sarcastic.
Yeah, that like detachedness, or not, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
The detachedness really makes things funny when they're deadpan. Because like you can say something that most, like a Cancer moon will be like, oh, that's so emotional and touchy, but you don't give a fuck. So you say it deadpan and it's really funny. Sarah
Silverman's new stand-up is the perfect example of this. Everything she's like, and then I did this, and it's like this awful thing or something, you know what I mean? And you're just like, there's like this little bit at the end that is such a Capricorn moon of her stand-up. I just have to touch on it. Okay, so my camera got hot again. So what I was saying was there's like this little blip at the end of Sarah Silverman's thing of when she's just about to get the surgery. And she's in the hospital, and she's like, they're injecting like, you know, anesthesia into her, and she's like, I'm not high enough. I can explain Brexit right now. And she was like going on about it, and then like as she gets like wheeled off like into her thing, she's like, play this, like into the surgery at the last second, she's like, play it in slow motion on my death reel. Like that's such a Capricorn thing, to just like make jokes the entire time you're about to get this like highly risky surgery, and then put it in your stand-up act.
But that kind of brings up that Capricorn moons are really emotionally resilient, because you're gonna have a lot of things thrown your way, but you know how to get past them, hopefully.
And like with me too, it's like I definitely put my work before my emotional health, for good or for bad, or even like actual sickness. Like I will be sick and I'll still go to work, I'll still do this, I'll pick up shifts if I'm sick because I have free time. Like I am not a person who's going to like take a sick day, or like not because I'm like not, and honestly, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I just have to do with the fact that I'm like, I can do this, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm comparing myself to other people. It's not because I'm like, I'm better than other people and I can do this, but it's like, I know that I'm better than this kind of thing. It's like you're constantly comparing yourself, but to yourself, and like who you want to be your best self, and so you're fighting against that like best version of yourself to get there, I think. I don't know.
And now we're going to talk about 10th house moons.
Yes.
10th house moons, we've got our lovely Tara Brown has a 10th house moon, and it has to do with your work and your public persona, or like that's where your emotions come through.
Yes.
So
Jackson also has this.
Yes, Jackson has this. So you're going to be very emotionally connected to your work, and how that is going is really going to depend on how your emotional life is going. Also, because the moon is a little like, it's the same as Cancer, or it rules Cancer, it can make you a little more closed off, I find. Like, either closed off on a public platform, or just like a little, I don't know, I want to say like more readable, but less readable.
Yeah, yeah, in a weird
because
way.
Like the moon is so readable because it's just like plain emotion, but it's also like you want to keep that private because it's your emotion, so you might be a little less readable. Also, it's constantly changing, so maybe your career path will change. Maybe you'll be acting in something for 1 month, and then you decide that you want to write your own thing, and then you're done with that, so you're going to direct a web series, you know?
And like, whoops, now I have a desk job and I'm depressed because I have a 10th house moon.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you don't want a desk job because your moon is so connected to your work.
Yeah.
You want to do something.
Not that you have to be in the arts, but just something that you emotionally
something
love.
that you emotionally love.
Yeah.
So you could really love being a psychologist.
Or even like maybe you just love selling insurance. You know?
Maybe.
Who knows?
I haven't met someone like that before, but if you're like that, just let us know.
We don't judge.
We don't judge. No.
As we say with these cringing faces.
We don't judge. If you like selling insurance.
Oh my god.
Whatever you love to do.
But yeah. So I think that's the main gist of the Capricorn moon. If you have one, hit me up. I will love you. I think the reason why, also, I think it's a lot more accepted in men than women, because Capricorn kind of is the typical, I think, male, like the one that goes to work and, you know, is emotionally distant and earns money for the family. That's kind of like how Capricorn moons generally are. Not that I have a family, but it's the, you know, okay. And so, but as a female with a Capricorn moon, it's not as accepted to be emotionally distant or emotionless or, you know, the career-focused woman. It's not as, I mean, it is now getting to be, but, so I find that also a lot of females will have a rising that, like, is square or in opposition of their Capricorn moon to kind of hide it and pretend that they don't have it. I know. Yeah. Oh, my best friend Katie does. She's born on the same day as me, or the next day as me, but like early in the morning. Has a Capricorn moon, and her rising also it squares hers, and my mom's rising squares her moon too, and my rising is opposite my moon. And then I knew this girl at work who had a rising that was also opposite her moon, her Capricorn moon. So yeah, and they're all females, and yeah, and I also just genuinely love Capricorn moons because I'm like, because it is in its detriment, so it's harder to relate to people emotionally than, you know what I'm saying, like, so that when I find a Capricorn moon, I think when you find anyone that's your moon sign, you just like have that like instant connection of like, this is something, the inner me that like people don't understand that you understand. Yeah, and that's true with any moon sign.
Because it's your inner me. Yeah, your moon sign is.
But anyways, I think I'm done rambling. I talked a lot.
Like, why was I even in this video?
I know. I'm sorry. She gets the next one. She's gonna talk the whole time. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. But I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you're a fellow Capricorn moon, hit me up. We'll be BFFs.
Ouch.
Okay, but really, Zach from Urban, you're gonna be my best friend. Just putting that out there.
She's a Capricorn moon. She's not gonna give up until it's a thing. No. So beware, Zach. I don't beware. She's a great friend, is what I mean. What am I saying?
I don't even know him. I just like his chart. But yes, thank you.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.